Music Hall, starring Nelson Eddy, with our special guest, Nelson's lovely singing partner of the screen, Jeanette MacDonald, and our conductor-pianist, Robert Armbruster, and his orchestra. I'm Ken Carpenter, speaking for Kraft. And here's a suggestion from Kraft to every homemaker. It's how to cut the cost of main dishes these days. Be a smart menu maker. Cook with cheese often. Cheese prices have come down, and golden cheese is a protein food, a main dish food. Actually, ounce for ounce, there's no other basic food that matches cheese for high-quality, complete protein, for calcium, phosphorus, and other nutrients from milk. So tomorrow, get smooth-melting Kraft American or Old English for grand casserole dishes that are nutritious and save you money. Cut the cost of main dishes by cooking with cheese often. And here with a song from Finian's Rainbow is Nelson Eddy.
On that great come and get it day, won't it be fun when worry is done and money is hay? That's the time things'll come your way. On that great come and get it day, I'll get my gal that calico gown, I'll get my mule that acre of ground, 'cause word has come from Gabriel's horn, the earth beneath your plow is a button and now it's yourn. Glory time's coming for to stay, on that great come and get it day. My gal that calico gown, I'll get my mule that acre of ground, 'cause word has come from Gabriel's horn, the earth beneath your plow is a button and now it's yourn. Glory time's coming for to stay, on that great come and get it and keep it and share it, on that great come and get it day. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. You never know what's liable to happen around the old Kraft Music Hall. Tonight's no exception. We have with us this evening one of the most attractive, charming, and gracious personalities it's ever been my pleasure to work with.
Well, thank you, Nelson. I had no idea you felt that way about me. This is really embarrassing.
Well, it certainly is, Ken. I was talking about Jeanette MacDonald.
Oh!
Jeanette, at the risk of repeating myself, may I say you're just as radiant as ever?
It must be the reflection, Nelson. You're just as radiant as ever yourself.
And you look just as young as the day we made our first picture together.
And you're just as radiant as ever yourself.
I should have quit when I was ahead.
You know, Nelson, visiting the Kraft Music Hall is quite an occasion for me. I want to thank you for thinking of me and inviting me over. I've never been on a food program before.
Well, I can't imagine why not. You're one of the most attractive dishes I've ever seen.
Well, Jeanette, thanks for coming over. I don't know what we would have done without you with Dorothy Kirsten under the weather.
Dorothy's such a lovely person. I was very happy to help out. Besides, you know, Nelson, you've always had a very special place in my heart.
I don't know. I turned my back, and what did you do in your last picture? You married Jose Iturbe.
What do you plan to do about it, Nels?
Well, what else can I do? I'm taking piano lessons. I'm not going to let any rival get ahead of me.
Well, you'd better learn to bark, too.
Huh?
In my new MGM picture, Sun in the Morning, my partner's Lassie.
Oh.
That's once it would be a pleasure to be in the doghouse. What songs are you singing in the picture, Jeanette?
Songs my mother taught me. Un bel di vedremo from Madame Butterfly, and my own particular favorite, Rubinstein's Romance.
Well, rather than wait for the picture to get around to our neighborhood theaters, Jeanette, I'd like to hear that one right now.
There's no one I'd rather sing it for.
Mine to love, then I would have my true dream. If you were mine to love, I'd never want a new dream. With you my heart would know the joy a heart discovers, when first aware that spring and song are there for lovers. If I could only say that magic was my power, I'd change all night and day to one romantic hour. If you were mine to love, if you were near to me, no April sky above would rain a tear for me. Love, my heart and I are sure to find you. Love, I know you're there, for I designed you. Oh, tomorrow's long ago, and dreaming of it all. If you were
Oh, beautiful, Jeanette, beautiful. You know, you look so pretty standing there in front of the microphone. I couldn't help but wish we had television here in KM8.
Oh, maybe we're lucky we haven't, Nelson. I haven't the slightest idea how I'd scream.
Well, Bobby Armbruster can give you any information you'd like to know about it. He was on a local television program Friday night.
Well, how'd you look, Bob?
Well, I'll never take the place of Gorgeous George.
Gorgeous George, nature boy, madman Muntz, honest John, egad, I wonder if they have such fascinating people in other parts of the country.
I'm beginning to believe if we ever did want to go into television, Nelson, we'd have to give up singing and become wrestlers.
Could be.
Well, I don't know about Jeanette, but there's no reason why it couldn't work out for you, Nels. With that platinum hair of yours, I can see it now. Instead of Gorgeous George, Elegant Eddy.
Elegant Eddy. All right, Elegant Eddy. Not bad.
Oh, what makes you so sure it wouldn't be Numb Nelson?
Oh,
After all, Nelson, you're not the wrestling type.
no? Want to wrestle?
I give up.
Oh, I think you'd be wonderful, Nels. You could be the singing wrestler. Why, it's never been done before. When an ordinary wrestler gets pinned on the canvas, he screams his head off. You could sing.
Well, what could I sing if I were pinned on the canvas?
Well, let's see. How about, oh, when I'm a-calling you.
Ken, you've got something there. Drop into the Hollywood Hospital and see if you can't get rid of it. Meanwhile, with Jeanette MacDonald here in the hall tonight, I'd like to revive a tune that suggests a much more pleasant association. From Naughty Marietta, "'Neath the Southern Moon." Tell me kindly, fortune, tell me, if my love shall ever faithful be. Tell me truly if my ever-growing passion is returned or lost, forever lost to me. Queen of hearts, you rule forever. Queen of hearts, whose power shall ever grow. Could it be so? I'll look, I'll see no further. For if 'tis lost, I cannot, dare not know. 'Neath the southern moon, oh love so warm and tender, by the southern sea, oh love so warm and free, 'neath the spreading shade of palms in sweet surrender, while the breezes perfume-laden drift from sea. In the Southland, where the scent of the magnolia steeps the soul in dreams of longing ecstasy, where the tropic blooms so rare breathe a languor on the air. Let me dream and love and live for thee, for thee.
Homemakers, here's a recipe for pleasing the family and saving money on main dishes. It's the basic recipe for delicious cheese sauce made the easy, economical way with Velveeta. The price of Velveeta is down, and this delicious cheese food combines so beautifully with other money-saving foods that it can give you many a good budget main dish. For the rich golden Velveeta sauce, just melt 1/2 pound of Velveeta in the top of your double boiler. Then stir in 1/4 cup of milk. Combine that smooth, delicious cheese sauce with leftover ham or chicken or veal, or with eggs, vegetables, seafood, or what you like. You'll have a swell main dish that's thrifty and nutritious. You see, delicious golden Velveeta is one of the important protein foods, so cook with it regularly these days. And for sandwiches, spread or slice Velveeta often. Remember, the price of Velveeta is down. Tomorrow at the food store, one of your best buys is Kraft's famous cheese food. Get the 1/2 pound packages or the handy 2-pound loaf. For smooth melting goodness, for rich, deliciously mild cheddar cheese flavor, get genuine Velveeta.
Never know what conductor Robert Armbruster will come up with at the piano. Right now, for example. Hey, what was that, Bob? Sounds very Polonaise-ish.
It should. I stole it from Chopin's Polonaise.
Just what is a Polonaise, Nels?
Oh, a Polonaise is a stately Polish dance developed from the promenade, or the music from it, in 3/4 measure. Right, Jeanette?
That's right. Of course, it's also an article of clothing for a woman. worn over, consisting of a waist and a drapery in one piece, and then that's worn over a separate skirt.
Well, I must rush home and check my Butterick patterns. It's very interesting. You certainly know all about clothes, Jeanette.
Well, I think all women should, Ken. Haven't you ever noticed on Hollywood Boulevard you can tell a woman's character by the clothes she wears?
Oh, I don't think... no, I think women have more character than that. Yeah. Jeanette's not kidding, no, Ken. She's got a change of clothes for everything. Pass her the horseradish, and she'll put on riding clothes.
Well, a singer has to be careful about her appearance.
What do you mean? You can sing in anything.
Anything?
Certainly, even that Mother Hubbard you're wearing tonight.
Now, Nelson, my couturier designed this.
Your couturier?
Yes, that's French for dressmaker.
Oh.
I saw the price tag. That's French for bandit.
Well, Jeanette, regardless of what you wear when you sing, the important thing is that you sing.
Right. Bob, you're a designer of sorts. Can you whip up something special for the lady?
All right. Lover?
Fine. Dreamboat.
Lover, when I'm near you and I hear you speak my name, softly in my ear you breathe a flame. Lover, when we're dancing, keep on glancing in my eyes, till love's own enthralling music dies. All of my future is in you, your every plan I design. Promise you'll always continue to be mine. Lover, please be tender when your tender is depart. Lover, I surrender to my heart.
Very lilting, Jeanette. I like the lyric, too.
Yeah, it's almost as romantic as the words of my favorite love song.
Well, what's your favorite love song, Bob?
It's called Warum sagen Sie nein, nein, dann die Augen ja, ja gehabt haben geworden sein gewesen bissen.
Well, what's the translation? No, don't bother. This is only a half-hour show.
You know, the one I like is the San Francisco Fire and Earthquake of 1906 Blues. Great song.
I almost hesitate to mention anything as prosaic as When Day Is Done, but that happens to be one of mine.
Well, you're number one man around here, Nels. Let's have it.
When day is done and shadows fall, I dream of you. When day is done, I think of all the joys we knew, that yearning, returning to hold you in my arms won't go, love, I know, love, without you. Night has lost its charms when day is done and grass is wet with twilight dew. My lonely heart is sinking with the sun. Although I miss your tender kiss the whole day through, I miss you most of all when day is done.
I like that, Nelson. Of course, I like anything you sing.
Give that girl a box of Snickers.
Well, if you're ever in the market for a boy to sing duets with, Jeanette, I have quite a voice, too, you know.
Oh, no, Ken, I didn't. Do you sing?
Do I sing? Oh, silly girl. Oh, you don't think a man could work with Nelson, Eddy, and Crosby and Jolson as long as I have and not sing?
I don't know. I see the milkman every day, but I still don't know how to milk a cow.
Not exactly a beginner, you know. I don't like to mention it, but I was singing when the groaner was just a low moan. If you give me a chance, why, my voice would fill the hall.
Give him a chance, and I'll leave to make room for it.
Never mind.
I have no objections, Ken. It's up to Jeanette. Just remember, you've got to let your tones float like this.
There's a tone that really floats.
Oh, how's this? Oh!
There's a tone that really sinks.
I warn you, sir, Horace Heights shall hear of this. If I don't sing a duet with Jeanette, who will? It's getting kind of late.
Well, shall we surprise him, Nelson?
Welcoming home some swanny white wing, when the maiden moon riding the sky gathers her star-eyed dream children nigh. When you hear my love call ringing clear, and I hear your answering echo so dear, then I will know to me.
Thrifty food shoppers, here's something to keep in mind tomorrow morning. One of your very best buys these days is Kraft's famous cheese food, Velveeta. For Velveeta is one of the important protein foods, a main dish food. Smart homemakers are cooking with smooth melting Velveeta often, making grand cheese main dishes that please the folks and help the food budget. And Mother, remember, there's nothing better than golden Velveeta for lunchbox sandwiches or school day lunches at home. Velveeta is rich in milk nutrients, digestible as milk itself. So be a smart shopper tomorrow. Take advantage of the new low price and stock up on Velveeta for thrifty main dishes for grand snacks and sandwiches. Get some of the half-pound packages or the 2-pound Velveeta loaf.
I don't think I'll ever forget the tremendous thrill I got the first time I heard the great Russian basso Shaliapin in concert. I was particularly impressed by this song, the only song he chose to sing in English that evening. I think you'll agree there's a thought for all of us in its story of a humble figure who made a virtue out of his adversity, the blind plowman. Set my hands upon the plow, my feet upon the sod. Turn my face towards the east and praise be to God. Every year the rains do fall, the seeds they stir and spring. Every year the spreading tree shelter birds that sing. From the shelter of your heart, brother, drive out sin. Let the little birds of faith come and nest therein. God has made his sun to shine on both you and me. God who took away my eyes, let my soul might Well, it's time we broke things up around the old Kraft Music Hall for tonight. But we'll be getting together again next Thursday. And by we, I mean, of course, Dorothy Kirsten, Ken Carpenter, Bob Armbruster, and a baritone who's been hanging around all summer. Try and make it, won't you? And to Jeanette MacDonald, may I say many, many thanks for joining us.
And to Elegant Eddy, may I say many thanks for asking me.
Wonderful, isn't it? Everybody goes home happy. Good night. Good night, Dorothy. Good night, everybody.